Okay, friends, so go ahead and take a look at our disclaimer quickly. I'll just leave that up for a couple more seconds, and then we'll get to stretching. All right. And here we go. Welcome in. I'm Katie. This is your sunrise stretch. Today we're going to start on the floor. We'll do a little bit of stretching, some movement there, some movement standing, and then we'll finish up on the floor. As always, take everything at your own pace. If something doesn't feel right, change it. Listen to your body, do what you need to do, and breathe. Let's get going. All right, so we're going to meet down in our child's pose. Your big toes are going to come together. Knees are out wide. We're going to send our hips back toward our heels and go ahead and reach those arms out in front of you. Forehead can rest toward the floor. And let's just connect to our breath here. Those deep inhales and long exhales. Get together for 25 minutes here today. Just stretching, feeling good. Hopefully a great start to your day. Just feeling a little bit better when we leave here. Good. On your next exhale, go ahead, walk those hands out in front of you just a little bit more. Feel that stretch through your arms and back. You can really press those palms down into the floor if you want even more. Good, and then focus on those hips too. On your next exhale, think of sending those hips back toward your heels a little bit closer. Good, try to relax your face, your jaw. Good, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, gently start to rock your head side to side, kind of like you're shaking your head no, but very slowly. Just loosening up your neck and shoulders. Perfect. Then rest back in the middle. Wiggle those fingers. Draw your hands in below your shoulders. Exhale, press yourself up into your tabletop position. So knees are going to come underneath your hips. The hands are going to come under your shoulders. Now press your shoulder blades down your back. Bring some awareness to your core. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's move through that cat and cow. So we're breathing out, round your back, tuck your chin. See if you can separate those shoulder blades. Then when you inhale, we're going to drop that belly, lift the tailbone, and look up to the ceiling. Good, go ahead, move through that at your own pace. Round your back, tuck your chin. Exhale. Inhale, arch, look up. Perfect. One more of each of those, please. Perfect. Go ahead, bring that back to the center. Let's take this side to side. Go ahead, shift your hips over to one side and big dramatic look back toward your tailbone. Good. Feeling a little bit of a stretch through that right side. If you sweeped over to the left. Good. Sweep it the other way. So hips kick over to the side. We look back for that tailbone, pressing ears away from the shoulders. Good. Feeling that stretch in your side. Perfect. And bring it back to the center. From here, bring your right hand a little closer toward the middle of your mat. We'll take that left arm. I want you to reach it in front of you, kind of like if you were shaking someone's hand. Just hold this here for a moment. Keep some awareness in your core so we're not dropping into that low back. And from here, I want you to watch your hand. We're going to reach that hand up toward the ceiling. Good. Now reach that arm back behind you just as much as you can. You can keep the elbow bent here a little bit more if you need to. Good. Lower that down. Let's do that one more time. So nice big circle. Sweep that arm straight out in front of you. Slowly reach it up to the ceiling. Flip your palm. Good. Carry it back behind you. And lower down. Let's take 2 of those in the other direction. If this is a lot on your right shoulder, come on down to that forearm. So here we'll reach that arm back behind us. Straight up to the ceiling. Slowly lower down. Take that one more time. Reach back behind you. Up and over. Good. And lower down. Let's take that on the other side. So left hand a little closer to the center of the mat. Reach that right hand forward, thumb up. Lengthening through those fingertips. Slowing down your breathing. Now reach that hand straight up toward the ceiling. Rotate the palm out. Good. Arm sweeps back behind you. Lower down. Let's do that again, nice and slow. So straight out. Straight up. And around. Perfect. Reverse that. Reach that arm back behind you. Straight up. Flip that palm. Forward. And down. Last time. Again, drop to that elbow if you need to. Good. We're breathing. We're relaxing that face. Good. And lower that down. From here, let's stretch that out. Go ahead. Take your hands crisscross at your wrist in front of you. Rotate the palms out. Now let's slide those hands out toward either side of the room. Forehead drops back down toward the mat. Hips stay up high for this one. Now I want you to press your shoulders and biceps away from your chin. Wiggle those fingers. See if you can stretch those arms out to the sides a little bit more. Good. If you want a little bit more, press those palms down into the floor. Perfect. Carefully release that. Shift your weight back, uncross the arms. Now cross the opposite arm in front. We're going to do that one more time. So other arm in front. And slide those hands out toward either side. Forehead to the floor, shoulders pressing down your back. Arms reaching out, breathing into your arms. Maybe a little bit into that low back. Good, reach out a little bit more. Perfect, and carefully release. Back up into that tabletop, hands stay under the shoulders. Let's curl the toes under, inhale. We're gonna lift the knees up off the floor. Exhale, hips up and back into our first downward dog of the day. And let's settle in here. Go ahead, pedal out those heels. Bending one knee at a time, sending those hips up high. Perfect. Pressing evenly into those hands. Good, please breathe. Biceps next to the ears, press both heels down. Good job, good job. Good, from here, let's bend the knees, walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, we'll take a half lift. Hands come to your shins or thighs. So really try to lift through your tailbone here and flatten out that back. I know sometimes it kind of feels like we're lifting, but we're still really hunched and rounded over. So think of lifting up that tailbone. Maybe you even come up a little bit higher with the rest of your back and look straight down to the floor. Good, inhale. Exhale, release, round that over. From here, we'll bend the knees, rounding through your spine. Slowly make your way up to standing. Your head will always come up last. And give me a few shoulder rolls when you get back up. Good, so opening up that chest, releasing the hands. Maybe giving those wrists a couple circles or shakes. Perfect. Go ahead. Big step toward the top of your mat if you're not there already. We're going to take 2 sun salutations here. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling, look between the hands. Maybe you have a little arch in the back. And then we exhale, forward fold back down to the floor. When you get to your lowest point, we inhale, find that half lift again. Hands come to your shins or thighs. And carefully release that. We'll bend the knees, step or hop it back to your plank. Hands under shoulders, legs out long. You can lower the knees down if you'd like. From here, we chaturanga. Lower chest to floor, hug the elbows in. Then we'll sweep through. Inhale, cobra. Good, and exhale, down dog. If you're not feeling that flowy part, take it out and change it. You want to make it a little more challenging, you can take a single leg option. Throw a backflip in, whatever you're feeling this morning. Perfect. Settle into that down dog. Give me a deep breath in and out. Perfect. Soft knees, step feet to hands. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, half lift. Hello. Exhale, go ahead, release that and carefully roll it back up to standing. Shake it all out when you get there. We'll do that one more time. Again, take it your way. Whatever feels best for you. When you're ready, inhale, nice strong arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Find that half lift, really lift. And release. Step or hop it back to that plank. Chaturanga. Or you can just head back into that down dog. Everyone will meet there. Check in with your breathing. Just make sure you're doing it. Good. Settle in. Drive the heels down toward the floor. Good. Soft knees. Step feet to hands. One more time. Inhale, half lift. Good. Go ahead. Release that. Lower down and carefully roll it up to standing. Very nice. Shoulders roll back and down. When you get there, soft knees will inhale. Float those arms up overhead. Go ahead. Grab onto your right wrist with your left hand. We lengthen up. Now big reach up and over. And if you want, you can tilt your head, look up to the ceiling. Little pull on that right arm. Rotate that right shoulder back. Perfect. Inhale back to the center. Let's try that on the other side. Switch your grip. We lengthen up. We exhale over. Other side. Looking up to the ceiling if you'd like. Making sure we're rotating that left shoulder back. Little pull on that left arm. Good. Inhale, bring it back to the center. As you exhale, wrap those arms behind your back. See if you can interlace the fingers. If not, just keep reaching. And we'll pull those knuckles down toward the floor, tucking your hips forward. Remember, we want that nice long line in your spine. If you want a little bit more, hands can lift up away from your low back. Perfect. If you'd like, go ahead, close your eyes, drop right ear to right shoulder. Good, and feel that left shoulder melt down toward the floor. So getting that chest opener, deep stretch through your neck and shoulder. Good, good. Soft knees. Inhale, head comes back to the center. Exhale, head drops up and over to the left. Good. Take a quick check in here. Notice how you doing, how you're feeling, what you're feeling. Perfect. Carefully bring that back to the center. Bring your hands to your heart center for me, palms together. We're going to interlace the fingers here, and I just want you to shake out your wrists a little bit. They do a lot for us when we do anything like core or yoga. They definitely do a lot for us during the day when we're sitting at our computers, right? Go ahead, reverse that. Figure eight comes back towards you. Gonna go ahead, shake out those hands, kind of like you're drying them off. Very nice. And we'll make our way back toward the top of our mat. Inhale, I want you to float your right knee up for me. Find a little balance here. We're just here for a second. Then as you exhale, shift your weight back. Find a little warrior 3 balance. So we're trying to get a straight line head to heel. Hips parallel-ish to the floor. Same with the shoulders. Good. Supporting leg might be a little wobbly. That's okay. We'll find a deep inhale here. As you exhale, I want you to bend that left knee. Now take a huge step back, finding a high lunge or a crescent lunge. Back heel stays lifted, and we're sinking into that front leg, feeling that big stretch through the right hip flexors. Good. Shoulders are down, arms are strong. Good. Inhale with me. As you exhale, I want you to twist toward that front leg, open the arms up. So right arm reaching forward, left arm reaching back, lengthening up nice and tall. Good, now unwind that. Inhale, reach back to the center. Exhale, hands lower down to the floor. So if you need to here, grab onto a block or something similar. Hands are gonna come to the inside of that foot. Perfect. And we'll take that twist again from here. Just left arm rises, reach it up to the ceiling, twisting through the center of your chest. Good. Breathe. And float that hand back down to the floor. Let the right knee come down to the floor. You can untuck the toes. We're going to press the hips straight down. Feeling that nice big stretch through your hip. From here, if you want, you can walk your hands forward a little bit more. If you want even more, you can lower down to the forearms. So here, left heel stays down on the floor. If you need to extend that back leg back a little bit more or shift your weight back, that's going to ease any tension you might be feeling on that front knee. Good. Just breathe into those hips. Couple more seconds here. Make your way back up onto those hands if you're not there already. Shoulders and elbows relaxed. Inhale. Exhale, shift your weight back, straightening out that front leg. You can walk the hands in closer to you. You can also come up higher if you need to, driving that left heel into the floor for a hamstring stretch. Good. Again, using a block or a pillow, stack of books, your couch, anything you have around. If you need to come up a little bit higher, that's no big deal. Good. Staying in this position, I want your left toes to stay straight up. We're going to reach to the outside of that left leg. So here we're moving that stretch a little bit to the outside of your leg into that IT band. I need you to breathe. I need you to relax your shoulders. Good. And carefully unwind. From here, we'll come back to the center. Shifting the weight forward, big bend in that knee. We'll lift the back knee up. Inhale. Exhale, step back, down dog. Go ahead, tiptoe the feet up to the hands. Carefully roll it up so we can take the other side. All right, take a moment. Everything we just did on the other side. So stand up nice and tall. We'll lift that left knee up. Find your little balance. Hold on to something if you need to, not a big deal. Exhale, shift back. Find that warrior 3. So left leg extending back behind you. Straight line head to heel. Now press that left hip down. Just try to even out the hips with the floor. A little bit of strength, a lot of balance. Inhale. Exhale, big step back, find that lunge. Tucking the hips forward, stacking the shoulders right on top of the hips. Make sure that front heel is planted. Good. So on these types of lunges, we normally need to step back a little bit farther away from you than you think, because we really want to make sure that back heel stays lifted here. Good. On your exhale, we twist toward the right side of the room. Good. One arm forward, one arm back, reaching, opening up that chest, twisting through that spine, and carefully unwind. Good. Breathe into it. You're doing great. Exhale, carefully lower those hands to the inside of your right foot. Adjust as needed. Find that low lunge. Breathe into it here for a moment. Again, we make sure knees stacked right on top of ankle. And if you'd like, you can take that twist again. Right arm rises. Stacking the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that down. We'll drop the back knee. Untuck the toes. Maybe reach the hands forward a little bit. Maybe we lower down to those forearms. Maybe we don't. Maybe we're doing something completely different, and that's okay. Just breathe into whatever stretch you find yourself in here, melting into that stretch, making sure we're not bouncing or forcing anything. If you want a little bit more wherever you are, you can engage the glutes. Good. Firing up that back body will stretch out the front a little bit deeper. Good. Just a couple more seconds here. Perfect. Come back up onto those hands. Settle in. We inhale. Exhale. Shift the weight back. Straighten out that front leg. Toes are straight up to the ceiling. Heel is driving down into the floor. We're lengthening through the spine. So try to get a little bit of length, a little bit of a flatter back here. If you're really hunched, I need you to come up higher. And again, hold on to something here if you need to. Try not to press on that straight leg. If your hands are resting here on that leg, that's okay. Just make sure there's not any weight or pressure on it. Toes stay straight up. Let's go for a walk. Hands reach to the outside of that front leg. Good. Keep the toes straight up in the middle. Perfect. And let's come back to the center. Inhale. Exhale, walk it forward, find that low lunge. Lift the back knee up. On an exhale, we'll step back into our down dog one more time. Good, and then carefully let the knees fall down to the floor. From here, we're gonna have a seat. Just kind of shift your weight over to one side, swing those legs around in front of you. Good, hug behind those hamstrings. I want you to round your back. Hold it as soon as you feel a little stretch through your upper back and shoulders. So here we do have a big hunch, a big round in the spine. Chin is tucked. Legs are kind of supporting us as we're reaching back. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, release that lower all the way down to the floor. Hug those knees into your chest. Take that little rock side to side. Good. Let's finish up with some hips. Go ahead, let your feet come down to the floor. Take your right leg. I want you to cross it all the way over your left leg. So your right hamstrings are on your left thigh, all the way over. Then we'll go ahead, pull the knees in toward the chest. Feet are gonna kick out to the sides of the room. And I want you to reach for your feet. So go ahead, reach for your foot or your ankle, and then we're gonna pull those heels in just toward our upper body anywhere. So you can think of pulling those heels in anywhere from your hips toward your armpits. And try to make a nice straight line with those legs, or something like a straight line. Might resemble a straight line. Breathe into that right hip. Perfect. Release that. Let's try the other side. So we'll cross left all the way over right. And if this just isn't working for you, take a figure 4. So you'll cross that left ankle over your right thigh. Same concept of a stretch. Good. Knees pull in toward your chest. You reach for your ankles, your feet, your pant leg. Good. Pull those heels in gently. Again, we're not forcing. Try to find that straightish line from shin to shin. Good. Head, neck, and shoulders rest on the floor. Awesome. And carefully release that. Uncross the legs. Give me a little windshield wiper with those knees side to side. Good. And meet me back in the middle. I want you to stretch those legs out long. Reach your arms up overhead. Give me a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend the knees. Go ahead, roll over onto one side. And then using your arms, press yourself back up to a seated position facing the front of the room. When you get there, sit up tall, close your eyes. Shoulders melt away from your ears. We drop our chin down to the chest. Spine is long, head is heavy. Good. Sweep your head over to the right. Give me a big circle with your neck all the way around. When you get back down, chin to chest, go ahead, reverse that. Circle your head all the way over to the left. Good. And when you're ready, meet me back in the middle. Head lifts, eyes flutter open. We'll take one more breath here together today. Inhale those arms up. Exhale your hands down to your heart center, and you guys are all done. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me today. This is my last class with you guys for a while. If you didn't notice, I'm about 8 months pregnant. So I won't be doing any live classes for a little while. I should be back on the schedule probably sometime in the new year. But if you guys need anything, you know how to reach me. Take care, happy everything, and have a wonderful day. See ya.